Hello lovely people, it's Annaliese here, and today's video is pretty simple. You have been asking me for ages now to do an Instagram live chat with one of my fellow ANTM British Invasion ladies. So I made it happen. But before I get into it, you guys so know the drill by now. Please do subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, hit that bell notification, and of course, follow me on Instagram. But yeah, I did my first ever Instagram live chat with the gorgeous LaFrate. Here we go. Apparently, I am now live. Why is this so scary? Okay, I'm gonna try and calm down because today we know what's happening. I am gonna be talking about ANTM with the wonderful, amazing, gorgeous LaFrate. A lot of you have been asking me to do this for a while, so I thought I would make it happen. It's terrifying to see all your faces there. Oh my gosh, everyone's joining. Oh, I'm going to try and breathe and get through what I've got to say. Oh, it's so nice to see you all here. Thank you so much. So yeah, you've been asking me to do this for a while. Some of you may know I do lots of recaps and reaction videos to ANTM over the course of lockdown on my YouTube channel. If you do not know this, I don't know where you've been. You can go and find me on YouTube. Annaliese Days is where you can find me. Who watches my YouTube channel here? Yes, High Fashion Battery. Okay. But yes, in case some of you don't know, which I'm sure that's why you're all here for, Laura placed third on ANTM British Invasion. Third, placed second. I placed third. She was one of my favourites from the competition. And you know what I've realised? I've actually got to send her an invite, haven't I? How do I actually do that? Let's see if I can make it happen. Go live with Laura. West. See, I don't know what I'm doing here. Sorry about that. But she's there. Why are you sideways?
I don't know. Hold on, let me get this.
Yeah, fix me. Fix my orientation, babe.
I know. I am so bad with technology nowadays. Let's see.
Look how adorbs you look. Yes, honey. This vintage look. I am so down for it.
I've always was like really big into like the Betty Page style when I was younger, so I thought, why not bring it back?
It suits you so well, honey. You look at you. OMG, let me sort this out. I need to get my outfit in a bit more. Let's see if I can make that happen. Oh no, now it's just more my head. There, look, I'm wearing sequins just for you.
Oh!
Yeah, just for you, babe. Not because I felt like I needed to wear sequins, because it is absolutely raining here. It is pissing down with rain and has been grey for so many days now. Is this better? Let's see if I can get it to balance. Oh, that's probably not the best. There we go.
That's shot right there.
Okay. We can pose now. Let's pose together. It's like doing a shoot together. Oh. Remember it? See, we know what we're doing. We've got this.
I know.
Come on, babe.
So bizarre talking to you again after all these years. Like we've talked like through WhatsApp and stuff, but talking to you in face is just it's so
strange, isn't it? And then obviously like following people on Instagram, you kind of feel like you've seen them, and then you realize that I don't know anything about your life.
No. Remember the other day when we talked on the phone, I was like sweating. I was like, oh my God.
That's what I was saying. It was such a good phone conversation, wasn't it? My heart was beating. We were like bouncing around. We didn't even know what to say. Like, oh, it's so nice to see you, babe. Thank you so much for doing this. It's quite exciting. Like I said, my first Instagram live chat. Hello. Hi. I think like a lot of people just want to know, babe, what have you been up to since the show? It's like 9 years ago now, right?
Yeah, it is 9 years because I remember.
9.
Yeah, we filmed the show when I was 20 and I'm 29 now.
See? Time be flying. What have you been up to? Tell us about yourself.
I've been in Mexico the last 7 years or so. Like pretty much I jumped like I jumped ship right after the show pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
So how long have you been in Mexico for?
I've been in Mexico in total, I think about 8 years, but living here permanently around 6. I became a skydiver right after the show, and I came here.
Of course you did.
Yeah, of course. So I skydived in the US, and then I came here and I met my future husband, and then I never left.
Oh,
Yes.
how?
Oh, and it's Lord of the Rings. It's got the Lord of the Rings engraving into it
Oh
because
my God, congratulations. That is so exciting, babe. That is
thank you.
super, super exciting. I mean, can you give us a bit of Spanish? I want to hear it.
Sí, yo puedo hablar español bien, pero no, no tan. Mi esposo habla en inglés siempre, pero normalmente es muy fácil para hablar con amigos y la papás de Elías, pero normalmente yo hablo en inglés con tú y Elías y ya.
In it though, in it. Yeah, all
Yeah,
of that.
I never thought I'd be learning Spanish, so that's probably the last language I thought I was going to
I'm
learn.
loving it. Are you still modeling, babe?
I do model here in Mexico. I just did a campaign for my friend for like her earring line, and I'm gonna do a couple more things coming up. But right now I'm actually a writer. I'm publishing my first kids book tonight, and it should be out on Amazon tomorrow. It's Don't Grow Up Too Fast. Like, please don't grow up too fast. It's about a little girl and her dog just being kids as long as possible. So,
Oh my God, that is so adorable. How the hell did you get into writing books? Is this your
um,
first one?
no, I used to write poetry a lot when I was younger and stuff for the New Yorker. I actually got a couple things in the New Yorker. And no, not the New Yorker, the New York Times. Sorry, I've been in
It's all
Mexico.
right. Same thing to me. I'm over here in the UK, babe. Same thing.
Yeah, so I mean, but I like modeling is great, but I love writing. It's like one of my biggest passions.
Oh my gosh, a whole book. Do you know how
Yeah,
impressive that is?
yeah.
So how do we find it? What's it called again? Tell us it all. Like, you got to share it with us.
Oh well, like I wrote it and illustrated it myself. This one's for kids books. I have a screenplay that's going to be hopefully produced next year. But
Oh,
yeah, I've been busy.
you
I've been
say it
trying.
so casually, like, I just, a screenplay I'm writing, darling. Nothing fancy.
Yeah,
It's impressive.
I've been trying to keep busy doing little different stuff, but I want to hear about you too. Like what I like. Well, you can find my book first of all on Amazon. It's called Please Don't Grow Up Too Fast. I wrote and illustrated it all. Here's one of the
Oh my
illustrations.
God, look at this.
Yeah, they're cute. So
I
that's
didn't
gonna
know
be.
you could draw as well, honey. Bare talents.
Yeah, my dad always said it was a little bit annoying how I do a bunch of like all the different stuff. I can never just stick to one thing.
No, that's a good thing. It's a good thing, isn't it? I mean, it's how you've got to survive as a freelancer as well. You've got to have all the skills, haven't you?
Yeah, what have you been doing though? Like I see you all the time. Like I just love all of your fashion stuff. I even bought this dress because of you. I was
Well,
like,
babe, it is looking glorious on you. It looks chic, elegant. You just, babe, you clearly have a style. Like, I've been obviously following you on Instagram forever now, and your Instagram pictures, there's definitely a vibe you are going for. It's very vintage. It's very, I like, is the wild child Laura still in there?
yes, it's Wild Child, but classical Wild Child now.
Classical wild child. You've got to refine it, haven't you?
Yes, bring it back.
We get older, we mature like a fine wine, yeah?
Yes. Oh my God, who was it? Did you see? It was one of the Spice Girls. They did a documentary on growing up, like, and how like they just refined their style. She's like, "I'm still the wild child. I am just the refined wild child."
Exactly, honey. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's it's
it's
been
funny.
so long trying to
Yeah,
talk about myself, especially here on my own Instagram live, where I kind of feel like, I don't know, everyone here knows what I be doing. I've been swanning around. I'd say every time somebody asks me what I do, I kind of like, I'm a model, a presenter. I smile, talk, and pose.
yeah.
Do voiceovers, a bit of DJing. We're just trying to live our life out here. Anything
I
that involves talking.
I would love to go see you DJ. Like when this pandemic's over, I want to go just to see you DJ.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm a very entertaining DJ, probably
Yeah.
more so from my dance moves than from the actual music I'm playing almost.
Okay, I like that.
It's in its beginning phases, let's put it that way. And the pandemic kind of cut
God,
that off.
it
But
threw a
we'll
nice.
see how it is. What's really great is that I get to do like voiceovers at home and stuff. which has been great. Modeling is coming back slowly with everything, like, but it's still a very strange time. But I think that's why everybody's loving all of this ANTM stuff, because to us this feels like old news, isn't it? Like,
yeah. But I mean, it's crazy. We all have the itch. I just contacted, like I said, Sophie the other day, and I was just like, why haven't we talked? And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, oh, like hearing her voice and like getting back into it's kind of bringing these weird flashbacks of everything that happened on the show.
Babe, so I feels like I've basically been reliving it. I don't know, did you watch Jay's live chat that he did with Sophie?
I ended up not watching it because my internet was shot and then I forgot. So I will go back.
Don't worry, it was a whole hour and a half. It was a lot. And it was just shots fired, babe. I kept on saying, oh my gosh, the whole time. Like, it was terrifying. Babe, we spoke about it a little bit on the phone, but like, Jay Manuel didn't choose the top 5 photos for them to pick our best photo from.
Remember we did that one shoot, it was supposed like we
the
were
very one.
And we had to pick our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I did look through my photos that day. I did pick out the best one of me, which is when I kicked my leg up really high in the air.
Exactly, but you always had a lot of good shots though.
Yeah, but I mean, but other girls did too, and now I understand why their shots weren't shown, because Jade.
But do you not think it's weird that you'd be on a photo shoot as a model and not get to see some of the photos?
Yeah, that was so frustrating. I forgot about that. That like they wouldn't let us see us
because you need to see what you're doing. Does it look like is my ass right? Is my
hey, what's behind me? Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Like a lot of times I was just like, but how am I gonna put myself in this?
You can't correct anything if you don't get to see it, and it's like unheard of that you'd be on a photo shoot and not get to see your roll of film. Imagine all those photos though. There must be like a vault of ANTM photos somewhere in a cloud somewhere that CW or is it VH1 that have got it now? I don't know, in the cloud of all the photos. Imagine.
Yeah, I know there's so much. There must be so many different things in the archives. I mean, I feel like they're gonna do it like, you know, like the Disney archives. They're gonna they're gonna open all those files one day of like America's Next Top Model, and it's just gonna flood out.
I actually have nightmares sometimes about, as a model, right? And this isn't even ANTM related. Just as a model, you go to castings and you do a lot of like self-tapes that are like super embarrassing. Like I've had to like raise up from the ground like a sexy angel and all this kind of weird stuff on camera. And one day this vault with my name on it is going to come out and you're going to see me rise from the ground attempting to look like sexy. As soon as they tell me to look sexy, like it's just a write-off. Done.
I have a commercial here in Mexico where I was the lead and everyone had to smell my armpits because I was in a deodorant commercial.
They smell good?
So it's like, everyone look, I don't know. Not fun.
It happens. It happens. It's part of the job. And, you know, we're here to do it. We're just going to roll with it. But should we get into some questions? Because I've actually got myself all set up, organised. Oh, I've got a question here for you, which, you know what, because I know I should pay attention. Everyone's giving you a lot of love down there. But obviously, like, the show has got so much negative attention recently with Tyra and racist stuff and this, that, and the other. And it's just been a lot recently. And Raphael, CMB, basically had a question for both of us. He says, do we feel a sadness that we've been victims of the system and like a top model played with our dreams?
You know what?
Do you feel like a victim?
I don't feel like a victim because I was actually a model before. America's Next Top Model. They actually contacted me to do season 16. I was in, yeah, and I said I can't make it to the casting, which the casting of America's Next Top Model is crazy to begin with.
I need to know this too as well. We'll do that, yeah.
So I turned them down, and like I was already doing modeling, and like for me, my goal was to never be like, you know, the next Kate Moss. Like I knew it. I was like, come on, like that's a once in a lifetime thing. But I was like, I was gonna use it to explore as many places as I could. Like, oh, I gotta go to France. Let's go. Oh, you
why not? Oui.
Yeah. So that was that. in that aspect, it didn't like disappoint me whatsoever. I didn't feel used or anything. It was just the weirdest part for me was just the casting process and them not telling you anything or not being able to talk to your parents or.
Yeah. I actually had it somewhere in my little structure here, but you know what? We're just going to go into it now. Your casting process, like, how did it work? Because I already did a video about mine, which is like a YouTube video that I did. But I don't know how that compares to the American girls. Like, how long were you at that hotel for?
I was there for 2 weeks. And
the whole hotel for 2 weeks?
I was there for 2 weeks. I was there for 2 weeks and I couldn't speak to anyone, like, because you guys were around us at one point and we weren't allowed to hear you speak because then we would know that you were British. Yeah.
I didn't realize how long you guys were there for, because I feel like I was only there. I thought initially we were there for like 4 or 5 days, but Sophie was like, we were there for a week. I was like, and it could have been a week, God knows, right? For 2 weeks.
I was there for 2 weeks, and as Marie actually had the room next to me, and at the time I was a smoker. I'm not anymore, but we would go and we would we'd have to sneak cigarettes outside because we weren't allowed to. But and then I think I did actually smoke a cigarette inside the room. It was bad. I'm happy I quit.
Rebel, you see, you're flipping rebel.
Always doing bad things. But yeah, we ended up having we had to take about 15 tests, written tests. And multiple choice tests. Like, do you hear voices that night? Do people talk? I
remember doing psychological tests, but I don't remember being loads. I don't remember, to be fair. I think I must have. I hid this in my brain because it was traumatizing, wasn't it? Like that hotel bit.
It was very traumatizing, not being able to talk to anyone. Like, you weren't allowed to talk to the other girls. I'm sure maybe you guys could because you guys knew you were all British.
No, so I knew that Ashley was going to be there because me and Ashley are nosy as hell and we called each other. Like, when I found out I was going to do it, I thought, let me see if anybody else is doing it. And I spoke to Ashley and we both screamed down the phone. So I knew she was going to be there. I got off the flight and bumped into Jasmine. And then, in immigration, went through and went to get into the van or whatever. And Sophie was in the van. So it was we kind of realized what was going on there. But I must admit, I don't remember much of the hotel. In fact, a question, somebody's actually got the question here. Alec Mikulski, I hope I said that right. He wants to find out if there was another American girl. Because originally, here's something you might not know. Originally, there was 8 British girls. Okay. There was this other girl called Amelia, who was a redhead, long red hair. I can't even remember how I bumped into her or whatever. I can't even remember the situation. But she actually ended up leaving because she couldn't deal with the whole quarantine in the hotel thing. And everybody asked me, do you know how many Americans there was? Was there somebody who then got cut?
No, we didn't have anybody that got cut. See, we didn't even know we were on the show until that day when we got bused. Yeah, because they were like, all right, you're either going to get on a bus to go to the airport or you're going to go on the.
Yeah. Did everybody get on the bus though?
No, they put us in different buses and different things. So I remember it wasn't, not all the girls were on one bus. So they put us, mixed us up. So they, literally the reaction that you saw of us being on the show for the very first episode, we just realized we had gotten on the show. And
we just realized too. We didn't know. I didn't know where the casting stopped and the show began. I had no damn clue. I was confused.
But did they have, how many girls did they bring in for the casting part?
I think they brought 8. I think they brought 8 because I remember this other girl being somewhere. I don't know.
Because we were of 200 girls.
So how many arrived so who went to the hotel? How many girls were at the hotel? 200 girls?
When I remember we were going to the hotel, almost 200 to get through the final
cast. Was this a day casting or were you staying at the hotel?
Staying at the hotel, and then we were doing the castings literally from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night. So
they had you doing a madness. I think for the British girls, since obviously they were flying us in,
they're
they must have known who they wanted before they flew us in, but then just pretended that we were still casting and stuff. Because we had to do a room. I remember being in a room with Tyra and then a shed load of other people that I don't know, who I'm assuming were production. and them asking questions, like firing them at you.
Yeah, I remember her and Tyra and all of them talking to us, like really quick, rapid fire questions. I remember them asking me about, I was like, yes, she's very hot, she's very attractive.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Like all of that. And then literally it was a couple days later, like, I mean, I remember one of the people in the casting, they said, we're going to look for girls that keep the energy up. That's what we want. People who...
You haven't got a problem with that, though, have you? You ain't got a problem with that. She's got all the energy.
I'm normally a pretty relaxed person, but definitely...
Not the Laura that I know, just FYI. just...
Well, now I am, but definitely
refined,
now.
Darling.
I mean, it's just... Yes, refined, but I am definitely a lot more slower paced. I have a much more...
Yeah, of course, that's just what happens though, isn't it? I'm not the same girl. None of us are though. I think that's important to mention as well. Like, even when I've been doing these like recap videos and stuff, and you're commenting on what happens and all the rest of it, I'm not commenting on who these people are today. Like, I don't know who they are. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's not... I'm also not offended if people want to comment about me back then, because it's not me. I don't know who that was. Do you know who that was?
Yeah, we're 100% different people. And I mean, I watched maybe 3 episodes and I stopped. Really? I was like, oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Because, I mean, I was exhausted. And I think people don't realize, too, is that during the interview process for that little, like, personal screen time that you get on the show, they wake you up at 4 o'clock in the morning and they're like, can you say it in third person? Or can you say it in first person? Like, can you say it again, say it again, say it again? So, like, first I'd be like, so we saw this and everything. Can you just, say it one more time? So we went and we saw this guy one more time. So
basically,
this guy, like, just to get them off your back. And then they use that.
Exactly. They use the one that you're most fuming in. But I think it's just because, and in Jay's chat, he talked about this a lot, was like sound bites. That's how they operated, which I felt that helped us British girls when we kind of came in, because we knew what they wanted. So we would go in and do those interviews and throw people under the bus and like make some funny comments and like it'd be done.
I remember the British girls, like all of you in the fucking confession rooms, and I was dying. I was laughing so hard. I was like, really?
But I personally think, and you know what, I'll just talk for myself instead of talking about all the British girls. I was more relaxed the second time round. I thought about, when I was doing Britain's Next Top Model, I analysed every single word that came out of my mouth, and I don't think it particularly helped me. So on this, I was like, here we go. Whatever comes out, deal with it. And I'll deal with it as well, because it's always scary about how they're going to edit it and how they're going to make it look like, oh. But I want to know, because did you get your prize when you had to go back to Macau? No. What do you mean no?
No, I never. And it's funny because remember when we were filming that and they said it was going to be actually a movie part, and then when it went back to the episode, they said, oh no, it's music video. They completely changed it.
I couldn't remember, to be fair. I couldn't remember the details. But that's bad. Is that the only challenge that you won? Is that the only prize that you didn't get, I should say?
I won other challenges, but that's the only one I didn't get, which was sad. I ended up making friends with one of the, remember the assistants? Her name was, there was a girl named Baby Tree, and I was like really good with her. I still have her on Facebook, and I was supposed to go back to Macau for that and see her, but I didn't. So one day I'll get back. So.
But that's really bad though. Do you not think it's rude you didn't get a prize? I'd be fuming. I'd be sending bare emails. As per our last conversation, where's my prize?
Yeah, where is it? I would love to go back to Macau. It was such a fun, beautiful place. It looked like Las Vegas on steroids. I loved it. Yeah,
totally. It was crazy, wasn't it? And then, I mean, that was the episode when it was Nicholas say? How did you feel? How did you feel? Somebody asked it when it kind of came up. Somebody said, I can't remember the details, about you sleeping your way to the top. What? The real Henrik Larsson wants to know. Remember when, I guess you didn't see the episode if you didn't get that far, babe. Do you not remember? Okay, here, let me break it down for you, babe. Remember you won that challenge and everyone was fuming because you were paired with Nicholas. You'd won, I think you'd won the challenge where we had to go to the temple or whatever and get our energy red, and then we had to dress in these outfits and put makeup on, and you won that. Oh no, that got you a prize. That got you the massage with Ebony.
Yeah.
And then you were also paired with him when we had to learn the fight scene.
Yes.
Do you remember this, or am I reminding you?
I mean, it's coming back. It's definitely
It's coming back to you slowly. And then after you won, there was bare talk and bare fumingness because people were like, I say people, I'm going to pretend like I weren't there. People said that... Okay. No, I ain't going there. All I'm saying is that people said that it was an unfair advantage that you had because you flirted with him, and somebody said something about you sleeping your way to the top like you would sleep with him to get where you needed to go or something.
I mean,
yes.
Look at people, we were underneath a lot of stress.
I need a drink after that. That was stressful, babe.
Yeah, like we didn't sleep. Like comments were said, like half the comments that came out of every girl's mouth was not their true nature. It was like all of us just being under extreme stress. I hold nothing.
So true.
I was like, and a lot of people, I've seen questions asked about me and Kyle and Ebony and all of that.
That's right there too, honey.
And I'm like, look at, like I've said in the past and I'll say it again. I am so sorry about how I treated the girls. And I mean, like there was back and forth between all of us. And I was just a stressed out 20-year-old kid that had never done anything like that before. And I just wish the best for them. I see that Ebony's doing really great.
You see Ebony? Ebony's a whole supermodel.
Place, like, and I'm so at a TED Talk too. I was like, good for her.
I might have some gossip. I don't have gossip. I built it up too much. Sorry. But basically, she disassociated herself with everyone, even like Candice. Her and Candice were like this tight because I used to go to New York a lot after the show and stuff, and Candice and Ebony used to hang out together, like met their mums, like hung out, all the rest of it. And then on my next visit to New York, I spoke to Candice and was like, oh yeah, let's meet up as us three again, blah, blah, blah. And Candice was like, Ebony don't talk to me. She airs me. I can't get hold of her. So she kind of, I don't think that's necessary to blow up though, is it?
No, but I mean, like, I feel like a lot of people, like you said, we all changed. We don't know why. Maybe something happened. I don't know. It could have stuff happened between them. I don't know.
And then I heard as well. Look, I heard through the grapevine. I heard that Ebony doesn't talk to Alicia, which I thought was weird because I thought they were like that. Remember how close they were?
They were super close. I remember they were like I remember Alicia said that they were sisters, basically, like that they were blood relatives after the show. Oh. But look at, I was so close to Sophie throughout the entire show and speak for 8 years for no reason.
Of course. So, of course.
It's weird. I mean, things happen, like people change, but yeah, no, it's like we were talking the other day. I have like so much like of a blackout from the show that I don't remember. Like
no, I don't remember Scott Doodly Dot at all, babe.
I wouldn't believe that it ever happened.
And then people have been asking me about Britain's Next Top Model as well. If you think I can't remember America's Next Top Model, Britain's is a total no-go. Like there's just, who was that? I have no clue.
How long before did you do the Britain's Next Top Model before America's?
2 years.
Oh wow, damn.
Was it 2 years? 2009. 2009. Yeah.
Yeah. 2009.
If I had a ring, I'd show it off too. I don't have a ring. I don't have anything to even pretend to use as a ring. Oh, it didn't work. It's fine. Anyways, look what you make me do. You're getting me so distracted, babe, that my bum flew out. Okay, so I've spoken about like the relationships you had with the girls and stuff. Kyle was another, I don't want to say target, but you were not feeling Kyle.
Yeah, I was horrible to her, but like it was a two-way street. We were both nasty to each other. I think like we were both.
Everyone says that all of us bullied Kyle. I don't think that was the case. That's what people seem to say in comments and stuff. I don't think we did.
Like, she used to hang out with Ebony and in that group for a bit, and then she switched. I think something happened between them. Then they stopped hanging out. But I remember the day that she got kicked, the episode she got kicked off, because I remember seeing her photo shoot.
Can we please just take a moment to comment that my boyfriend is in the chats right now with an engagement ring. So I'm just going to take that as a marriage proposal, babes.
Woo! Hell yeah.
I bet he didn't mean to do that. Sorry, go on. Ebony, yes.
Yeah, like, I mean,
oh, Lord.
the Mariah group before she, I don't know, she, like I said,
yeah,
but no, I think everyone, no one bullied Kyle or anything like that. We just didn't get along, and I'm sorry for how I treated her. I mean, like I said.
Also, people seem to think like it's okay not to get on with people. In the real world, the problem that made it such an issue on the show is that in the real world, you just remove yourself from the situation. But when you're being forced as 14 girls to live together in a house and you haven't got an escape, you can't call people, you can't just go about your daily life, that's where the issue gets created. They do that on purpose, though, obviously.
They do. And I remember that there was the day that they said, like, yeah, Alicia came up to me, like, straight to my face, and she was just like, do you like Ebony? And I was like, look at no. And I went,
that made it on the show in case you didn't see it. Yeah.
But wasn't that on? I wasn't being mean. I thought I was being.
No, because she's truthful. I prefer truthful people. Honesty to me is better because at least I know what I'm getting. It's them people that smile in your face and then cuss you right behind your back you got to worry about.
Exactly. I was like, I thought I was doing a good thing, but that blew up in my face real well over these last years.
I think as well, though, it was a lot of like editing and stuff because I mean, I feel like me and you were pretty close throughout the show. I enjoyed you. Yeah, I enjoyed you throughout the whole show. I can't think of, in fact, you know what we should talk about, which nobody even asked, but the whole thing with the teddy bear.
Okay, so yes,
it's a blur. And I'm almost positive that I did something wrong, but you weren't mad at me. Like, I don't.
No. Okay, so Alan was an elephant given to me by my friend who passed, right? Like literally a couple months before I went on the show. So he died in a motorcycle accident, and one of the girls, I don't remember who it was, stole it. And then
I think it was Sophie. You know, let's get Sophie in there. I think it was Sophie. No, it sounds like her. No.
And then like. Something happened where he ended up like
stole it without us knowing how important it was. Like, it's not like we knew this was.
Yeah, no one knew that it was my friend who died. Like, he gave me that. Like, you know. So that's why I even brought it on the show. Like, I'm not gonna bring a stuffed animal unless it was like something very important, and it was. And then someone ripped it from me, and the ear came off. And then the ear went into the pool, and I saw Kyle pushing the water away to get the ear further into the pool, and then that's when I lost it.
But honestly, do you not think that she was trying to get it back though? Because I think she was trying to get it back. Because I'm almost positive my hand was on the bear. I don't know what let me not throw myself under the bus, but my hand was on the bear. Yeah. And you know when shit happens real quick and you don't know what happened. But my hand was definitely on the bear, and you seem to really focus on the fact that Kyle was pushing it away, but I don't think she was trying to push it away. I genuinely think because she got on her knees to try and get it in.
But what I'm saying though is like, even if she was or she wasn't, I'm not mad about that.
It's not important. It's not important.
It's not, and also nobody knew anything about him or why I had him. So like, I'm sure if everyone knew the backstory, it wouldn't have never happened to begin with.
At the time, everything seemed like such a big deal. And that's the whole point of being on a reality TV show, is that they need every little minute thing to be a big deal, because that's how they get their drama, their entertainment, that's how they get what they're going for. And it literally, I felt like people could have poked me and I would have cried. Like, you're at such a high tension level, especially near the end. Especially near the end. Let me see what else I've got for you, Laura. You know what I can talk about? Are they all being lovely? Should we have a little look-see? Oh, they're just being nice. Hi, guys. You're right there. I know. It's so much love. I've talked about a lot of stuff I kind of already wanted to talk about. Something that comes to mind for me, though, because, again, I don't know if this is just for selfish reasons, but I actually didn't watch the finale episode. I didn't watch bits of it, But after I was done, I was like, I'm done. Like, more.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I did see, or something about you having a panic attack and stuff during the cover girl shoot.
Yeah, I ended up like having like a complete panic attack. I never had panic attacks before that.
It was stressful though, babe. It wasn't a normal level. There was nothing normal about that situation. And remember, I just left. And so
Yes.
I feel like I kind of can relate to the tension that was in the air. Because it was weird when there was 14 of us in the beginning. But it only built as it got less and less people. I remember when the double elimination happened. And
scary.
And I stood next to you and Sophie and was like, oh no. I was so confused. Like, no.
Well, no,
like,
remember
I'm sweating thinking about it.
Before we went to Macau, it was all of us in the airport trying to guess who was going to be first. And we said, Sophie's going to be first. And then, like, we were trying to pinpoint where everyone was. But it wasn't until then, when everyone got cut off, it became real. And we're like, oh my God, what's going on?
No, that shit freaked me out. I do recaps of different episodes and I haven't made it that far yet. Like I haven't done the Macau shoot and stuff and then the double elimination and all of this. There was a whole bunch of stuff about how Alicia says that she was told by a producer that she was being set up to win. And she knew this, and that was partly why she decided to leave, but she thought she could save Ebony or something. I don't know. It got confusing from where I saw it.
I think I heard some stuff about that. It was either going to come down to, I think they were going to put it was Alicia and Ebony in the final two. Or like they wanted like those two together, or me and Sophie, I remember.
And also, I mean, first of all, that clarifies that I made it there by accident. They weren't expecting me to make it that far. I don't know. I slivered through mediocrity throughout the whole damn thing, and they didn't see me. And then it was like,
yeah,
final three.
You're like, I'm here. I made it. I got all the way here. There's nothing you can do.
Seriously, I've got no clue how that even happened as well.
But I love so bubbly the whole time. You're like, I'm gonna ride this out for as much as I
can. Let's squeeze it dry. You might as well. But I literally had a heart attack when I made it to final three because I was like, wait, does the universe want me to win? Because I wasn't planning on that.
Me? Okay. You're like, you were ready to take the wheel. You're like, I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, it was very, very stressful. Like, don't get me wrong, and this is something that I always want to say as well, is that it was one of the best times. I still consider it a highlight of my career. Yeah. Despite everything that's come out about it and this, that, and the other. Apparently production were a mess. There was a lot of tension in production. Yeah. Which was obvious now that it's confirmed to me is really obvious. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was told like that the season, that was the time that Tyra was also, she went to school for Harvard. So she was like for business school. So she was going back and forth from that and doing the show and doing a bunch of stuff. So our schedule was just insane and not on track. Like it was like, I felt like we were all jumbled together. Like really, like they were just like, all right, we're gonna.
Yeah. And then and then also something that came out in Jay's chat, they were refilming the finale from the season before.
What? Oh wait, is that because the girl got like replaced?
Yeah. Ooh. That was on one of the same days that we had one of our eliminations. They changed the set and then it was like still our British invasion, but they took away the flags and then everyone came in different outfits and they shot their re-elimination. Yeah. On the same day. Shit be going down, babe. Like, we thought it was all about us. It weren't.
That's insane. Remember even the process of filming like eliminations or stuff like that, like those little stupid pieces of tape on the floor and you had to be at the perfect spot and like
stand there for hours and have your legs shaking underneath you. And yeah, no, it was a lot. It was a lot for sure. Did you see, actually, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but did you see that Tyra's come out with an ice cream?
No. What does she not have?
Smize cream.
Ice cream? I mean, that's something.
I don't even mean to put you on the spot like that, but I saw this last night because, you know, she's a judge on, I was going to say Strictly, that's not what it's called. Dancing with the Stars? Somebody make that.
I don't
Is
have
that the right show? I don't know. Anyway, she's a judge on a show in the US, and she's on like other shows promoting her new ice cream, which apparently is like vegan and this and like really great organic stuff. I don't even mind that she's come out with an ice cream, but don't call it Smize cream. Let's move away. Let's forget Smize with Booty Tooch and with Pot Leadem.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
There's a whole bunch of words that we just need to throw over there.
Yeah.
And Smize, and don't get me wrong, Smize is probably the first and the original, but Smize cream. Oh, yeah. And what else did she say about it? There's it's not like a normal tub of ice cream because there's something hidden inside like a surprise.
Like a toy?
You know what? I need to stop talking because I don't know what I'm talking about, but I definitely saw her on her, because I follow her on Instagram. She promoted it and everything.
Really?
Smize cream, yeah. Smize cream actually sounds like a face cream that would help you smize.
Yeah, I thought it sounds like a makeup line. Like,
it sounds makeup-y, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like Smize cream. Like sounds like something like like brighten up your eyes or something.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
But so many different. She's got her hands in. I'm just like, I couldn't keep track.
I actually congratulate her because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to create an umbrella and put stuff underneath it. But at some point, it does feel like you're throwing stuff at a wall and trying to hope that it sticks. Like,
yeah, no, it's so much. And like she just did so much stuff with the show. She got it on like all different, because I live in Mexico City, but when I first got here, I lived in a house with about 8 other people from America's Next Top Model seasons. And from different countries. Yeah.
It's a worldwide franchise. That show is played in 88 countries around the world. What the hell? That's a big deal.
It's crazy. Like I was in, like there's these girls, the wonderful twin sisters called the Luis and God, I'm blanking, but like these twin sisters from America's Next Top Model Amsterdam, and then I was with Anne, the winner of one of the seasons of America's Next Top Model, super sweetest girl. Erin from the short season was in my apartment. Tons of girls after us were in the apartment as well. It was interesting, and like they were saying like that the show, once they started voting on the show like publicly, it became a bit too much. I think like people started having a lot of stress. It's
like a weird little alumni though, isn't it? I feel, I mean, this is just the energy I put out anyways. Any girl from any season, from any part of the world that said hello to me, I'd be like, oh my God, hey babe, you're right. Like, how are you? Like, I feel like we had something in common. And also, it's not even just reserved for ANTM. I actually think that I'm going to use a dramatic word here and say the trauma of reality TV is something that only other people that have been through the trauma of reality TV understand. So there's already like a bonding factor kind of there.
Yeah, it's
do you
so funny.
think? Do you think that there should have been more aftercare after the show?
I think there should have been, definitely like someone that we could talk to and be like, look at like. Well, I mean, it's just we were a bunch of kids that, I mean, even though we're models, like we never did reality shows. Like modeling and reality are two completely different things.
No, because modeling is actually reality. That's the joke. Modeling is actually reality. Reality TV is everything but, Yeah,
and the reality like of being a model is way less stressful than it is of reality TV. Like I never wanted, like, now that I could do an All-Stars, I definitely would.
Yeah, people have asked that as well. Apparently you said that you would do an All-Stars.
Yeah, I would do an All-Stars because I knew what would be coming into it, and also just to do a little of a redemption to show people that I'm not absolutely, crazy.
But I don't think you need to redeem yourself, because I do think you are one of the most liked contestants generally. Yeah, I do think, I mean, obviously there's a lot of girls. If you think that there's like, how many seasons? 23, 24? Somebody can confirm that, I don't know. And if you think that each show is at least 10, that's hundreds of people. Like, you know what I mean?
I know, and and I remember they said like in the beginning shows, there was even more girls that got cut like at the beginning, and then they started filming. It was insane.
Fully insane. Like I still think it's really weird that I did it. How do you feel like that? Because did you grow up watching the show? Did you used to watch it before you were on it?
I watched the very beginning seasons, like 1 through 3, and then after that, I ended up going and doing modeling and stuff for myself. So I was never really wanted to watch reality TV after that. Well, thank you. I love you guys too. You make me feel better.
Let me see. I want to have a little look. See, no, it's all great. It makes you feel lovely, doesn't it? Talk about build the self-esteem. Thank you. I need it.
But after the show, I was getting pretty serious death threats, and yeah, like death threats.
Death threats for what?
From just random people. It was crazy. I even got a letter in the mail. Someone saying like, you should just kill yourself. Like horrible things. Yeah, it was nuts.
I didn't get no death threats. So I'll tell you that. I'll be honest, I did not get death threats. Don't get me wrong, there's always going to be people that have negative opinions of you.
Yeah.
But no, definitely was not. Oh, no death threats.
And like someone's asking like, oh yeah, like for what? And the crazy part is, it didn't tell me why they wanted me to like die or why they.
It doesn't really matter, to be fair, because you know it's coming from crazy. Like you can't reason with crazy. Do you know what I mean?
Someone took the time to like really write out like, I hope you die.
No, people have far too much time on their hands. It's absolutely insane. But if you were to do All Stars, what would you do differently?
I would dress better. That's for sure.
Oh! But we all could say that though. 9 years later, everyone looks like trash.
I know. So bad. It's so bad. But like just speak a bit more eloquently and, you know, not as brute.
Yeah, that was actually, yeah. I mean, the thing is, because I've said I wouldn't do it again, because obviously after doing Britain's and then doing an All-Stars, to me, you're done. Like, you've had your run.
Yeah.
But honestly, I would be a fool not to consider it.
I would love to do it with you. You, me, and Sophie.
Well, if you do it, babe, call me, because I'll be like, hey, it'll make it more doable.
Like,
it would make it more doable. But the problem is that we're grown women. We can't do that.
Yeah,
like the stuff is so immature. And obviously, even if ANTM came back, first of all, I actually don't think it should come back. I think it's had its time.
Yeah.
But if it was going to come back, it would have to come back with a whole new ethos and a whole new. And if it did need All Stars, you can't be getting me to put a booty tooch pad on and have a tooch class. Like I'm just grown. I'm so old. Like I can't.
Yeah, I would definitely say like if I went back on, I'd be like, my only thing would be is like, can we try to like class this up a bit more and make
classy? Can we refine it?
Yeah, and make it into a show that's actually about modeling and what we do in modeling and all the things that you really need to be aware of and, you know.
But actually need to be. Like, they make it, the thing that struggled, like, especially with the later seasons of the show, it just got further and further away from actual modeling. You know how they, like, tried to convince us that the Macau Tower shoot, you might have to do this one day in your modeling career? No, because my agent would send me a brief and said, hey, would you like to be dashed off a building in Macau? And I'd go, no, thank you. And then they would move on with their lives.
No, yeah, like, but the thing is, like, I'm like, since I do extreme stuff like skydiving and motocross and
that's for you.
I would be briefed and told like, hey, you want to do this? And be like, yes, let's go. Like, I did a Budweiser commercial for skydiving in Mexico. So I got up. Budweiser, like get up. I jumped out of the plane. We did everything. It was so cool. Like, but that's something I would do because I already do that on a normal day basis. Yeah. But for normal people, you wouldn't stick a model in 10-inch heels on a freaking skateboard. You just don't do that. Like weird stuff.
Weird stuff. Weird stuff. And they're like, oh my God, this is normal. What? No. In fact, most of modeling stuff is pretty boring. I say boring. I enjoy all types of modeling, but it's very uneventful. Like,
and the worst part is like I like modeling. I enjoy more of the photo aspect, but you know, I still suck at like walking very well. Like I can do a decent walk now, but it's still so bad. Like,
but like, who wants to be a runway model anyways? I mean, okay, that's a bit of a flyaway comment. I understand that a lot of people do want to be a runway model, but for me personally, well, again, it's about my personality, and I obviously know where I'm suited, which is commercial, and you smile and pose. I can still give you a fierce walk if I have to.
oh no, your walk was damn good. I remember you're like,
With my
what?
little self.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll never be able to do that.
I don't book a lot of modeling, like catwalk shows. That's not something that I book. There's like a few commercial bits I do here and there, but not necessarily.
I used to, but I ended up like I switched. I used to have very unhealthy eating habits. Like, you know, runway modeling, you have to be super, super thin. I think at one point I weighed 102 pounds, which is, I don't know what it is in kilos. I should.
Do you know how good cake is? Like, cake is life.
No, it's wonderful. I ended up switching. I said, no more. I don't want to be a runway model. I want to be a good, healthy weight. I exercise. I eat right. I really like switched up, like just to make myself healthy internally as well. Like I want to be mentally and physically stronger. And that's why I think like, it's just sad what the show does to the girls and like just throws them back. And a lot of times like you just can't comprehend what's going on. Yeah. And a lot of people have drug problems and drinking problems.
I would love to know if the later seasons of ANTM have aftercare. Like when it came back with like Rita Ora and stuff, like I feel like from then they should have had their shit together and they should have realized that you need to care. You can't just put these young people into a fucking shaker and then spit them out and leave them. Like it's crazy.
It's it's ridiculous. Actually, one of the winner that came after our season, there was another season, and the winner Laura lived in Saratoga, and we knew each other.
Oh wait, I know that. Yeah. It's all coming back to me. Yeah. I can watch other seasons. It was, especially when Rita Ora was hosting it, because it felt like it was totally different to what I dealt with. And then they brought in like the social media stuff and, you know, like the fans voting and all of that.
That would give me so much anxiety. I think I would have just
like. I've got anxiety thinking about it. No, no.
Oh, like actually my heart's beating fast. No, people voting would actually make me lose my mind. I couldn't do it.
As if you aren't stressed enough. And then to have men in the house.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that was a turning point from when it went to, again, it was just another step in the direction of not being about modeling, because now it's going to be more about the issues and the relationships in the house and blah, blah, blah. I don't need no fine ass man walking around. No, I don't know. Imagine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I just want to, this guy, someone asked if the crew ever gave us drugs. No, they never gave us drugs, and they were actually
no. But Sophie said they gave us sleeping pills when we went to Macau, which I forgot.
I didn't take any.
I don't think it doesn't sound like something I'd do, so I don't think it would. I took any either. But Sophie said they gave us sleeping pills, and it sounded familiar.
I think she asked. Didn't someone ask for some? I think maybe they were asked for because someone couldn't sleep. Like, no, but I wasn't even allowed to drink actually because I was 20, and it's very illegal if you're in the U.S. to drink alcohol on.
But you were drinking.
And I was drinking. Yeah, I remember I had
a glass or two of vino with you, honey. I remember this.
we were getting so drunk. Yeah, but it's a 6-hour time difference here. I can't be having wine right now.
Oh no, you can't be having wine right now. No, it's too early. I realized it was 5 o'clock, and I was like, I need to calm my nerves. Let me just do this. I can't believe I was so nervous. It felt really weird at the beginning, but now it feels like I'm just chatting to you, which is fine, which is great. But hi guys, I'm really glad that you're here. Hi, thank you. Somebody else put a question up saying, this is from Kem PF Sorin, said, did you feel like it was going to be impossible to win against Sophie just because she was a Brit necessarily of the theme of the show?
Yeah, I thought for sure number one was going to be a Brit. Like they were going to have a British girl win the show, no matter what. If it was like, if I came in like the top two, I pretty much already set myself up knowing that I wasn't going to win.
Yeah. How did that feel? Like, to be fair, when I was in the top three, I knew that it was going to be a British and an American girl. I mean, first of all, I shouldn't have been there anyways, but I knew it was going to be a British girl and an American girl, so I knew and if you're going to put me and Sophie next to each other, I know who they're going to pick. Like, I wasn't offended.
I mean, like, I knew like you, yeah, it was gonna be the 2 and 2. I was just happy you came so far because like I remember like Kelly was just like, she's so commercial, she's so commercial, she's so commercial. And like Kelly was just like trying to get your butt out for so long. But Kelly is really nice, you know that. We ran into her and she was always just like a big smile on her face when cameras weren't on her. Or you don't like her?
I mean, it's not that I don't like her. I don't know who Kelly is. And actually, Sophie said great stuff about her in the chat and said that like she invited her to Thanksgiving and all this kind of lovely stuff. I'm sure Kelly is lovely, but she traumatized me. Like, my time on a reality show, which is traumatizing enough, was made more traumatizing by her.
Like,
I felt like I couldn't say anything. Every time I said a word in elimination, she's just like at me. Like, and I'd be saying stuff. Shit flies out of my mouth constantly.
I know. I love Kelly. I actually, after the show, like I'm gonna try to see her after the pandemic, just to go hang out.
That's nice. I'm really glad.
And I shot with Nigel a couple of years ago. I want to shoot with him again. He actually lives like right near my parents' house in upstate New York.
Nice. I haven't seen Nigel. Oh, cute.
His Instagram is adorable with his wife, and his wife is the Chin Twins, and he photographs his wife 24/7. I'm like, I love it. But yeah, I mean, and then after that, all the next season, right? All the judges were gone. Like all the
revamp. It needed a revamp. But obviously the new revamp didn't quite work because don't get me wrong, I think it's still a successful show when it lasts for, what was it, maybe 2 or 3, what was it, 3 or 4 or 5? I don't know, don't quote me. But there's a good few new ones, which I kind of half watched. Yeah, and all of those guys are kind of doing their thing. But I have got some quick fire questions for you. I realise the time, we've been chatty.
Oh, wow. It's gone by quick.
But this is good. So, since we were just talking about Nigel, I'm going to throw this in. Snog, marry, avoid. Have you ever done this question before?
Oh, I played this game once.
Snog, marry, avoid. Tyra, Kelly, and Nigel.
Okay, so for Kelly, I probably snog.
Ooh.
For Tyra,
you're going to marry Tyra? That's a...
No, but you put 4 people, 3 choices.
It's not. It's only 3 choices, babe. You got to do what you got to do.
All right. Well, all right. So Nigel, I would marry.
He's a sweetheart. I'd marry him too.
Yeah, he seems like the perfect husband. I probably
exactly.
Did you say Mr. and Mrs. J?
No, I'm getting to that. But I would say that. I mean, I'm going to tell you what your answer is. I think that you should snog Tyra. And, but that's me. I'd snog Tyra and avoid Kelly, but you kind of got a thing with Kelly, so maybe you should snog Kelly and avoid Tyra.
I think I'd probably snog Kelly and avoid Tyra. Yeah. Because I love Kelly. And also, Kelly kept in contact with me a lot after the show.
That's so nice.
I did.
You think if I DM'd her, she'd respond?
Yeah. Oh, no, she does. She's great. She's so funny. I love her.
Oh, my God, should I DM Kelly? Imagine.
Tyra me back to do her makeup line a couple of years ago too.
You heard from Tyra?
Yeah, she messaged me and she's like, "Hey, is your not her assistant
people?
Yeah, her people messaged me.
That's a big deal, babe. Tyra's people reached out to your people who happen to be you, but that's nice.
So I went back. I actually saw her again, but of course, she's always busy. We didn't get 2 words in with her. She was in and out, and I got to meet Raina. She's another contestant. She is absolutely lovely, like one of the most gorgeous girls I've ever seen in person.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. Friends. So yeah, it's been, I've had like good and bad experiences overall with like everyone, but I really believe that overall it's just been positive.
And then what was your favorite photo shoot?
Oh, Macau with the silk.
The worms, the orgasm. It was the orgasm, wasn't it? That's what did it for you.
Okay.
What about your worst photo shoot?
Yeah, my worst photo shoot, it was the table for sure. That was horrible.
Oh, really? I quite liked my table. I'd say dream come true for me. I did not like that bottle. Me and the bottle were not friends.
No, but like the problem was the shoot table that got switched up. But
Yeah, I did a whole recap on that one. You should go check that out, actually, because I actually made it very clear as how messed up it was what they did to Alicia, Kyle, and you, because you guys were the first group who didn't know what the shoot was about, and then it got like better throughout the day. Yeah, I said that. If you could choose Mr. J or Miss J,
Miss J.
your makeover, yay or nay?
Oh my God, nay, and guess who reviewed it? Mondo.
Yes, yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So happy. I love his videos. I was just like, I know.
I know.
I actually lost about half my hair because of that.
The bleach, though. Bleach does that, though.
They bleached it 3 times in a day, and now my hair is half the thickness it used to be because it just, they kind of like murdered it.
And then the blue and the red, it was clip-ins, wasn't it?
It was because my hair fell out. And then there was scabs all over. Yeah, it was not.
And then did you know what happened to my makeover? Remember? So I had all the weave in. I had like bare hair, bare
hair.
Oh crap! There was bare hair everywhere. Bare weave. I've never had weave in my life, but it was like weave on weave. It was like extreme weave, and all the lymph nodes at the back of my ears came up because it was just too much pressure on my scalp. And the doctor, I had to go see the doctor, and the doctor says take them out. And production said if I don't wear my hair big to the next elimination, then they'll put the weave back in. So I looked like I got dragged through a bush at the next elimination. Like I was backcombing for my life. Like,
oh yeah,
I mean, that in itself, you can see that it was all about the TV show, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it wasn't really about us as models and all the rest of it.
They just wanted a dramatic change. Like, I mean, look at Kyle's makeover, which was I thought was ridiculous because she had such a strong look.
It was very strong, yeah.
They cut her long hair and then put bangs on her. I was like, what are you guys thinking? Like, if she had had her previous look, she would have done way better.
But I think she did well, though. Kyle only left because of where production wanted her to leave, because her photos were banging. So I don't think a makeover would have made the difference, if that makes sense. Her photos were banging. You can't argue with that.
But except they chose really bad photos for her at the end to get her kicked off, because I know for a fact that she was killing that table shoot that day before I had to leave to go back. And I'm like,
that's why we were mad. We were only mad because she had the booty pad because she did so well. If she had the booty pad and did crap, we'd be like, oh, what else?
It was ridiculous.
This is what I'm saying. This is why I need to have these conversations, babe. But I actually feel like we're kind of doing well, and I might potentially end it here. Should we have a little look-see if anybody's got anything to say to us?
And we both look real good after 10 years. I gotta say that.
Babe, moisturization. You keep calling it 10 years. I'm still calling it 9 because I'm trying to hold on to my youth, you see. 9 years. But 9 years is a really, really long time, don't you think?
Yeah.
Can you see any comments that you want to respond to?
Let's see. Do you keep in touch?
Who do you keep in touch with?
Like I said, I just reached out to Sophie and you. I reached out to you, and I love watching all of your stuff. Like, it makes me feel like I'm with you every time I watch all of your channels on YouTube and here. I love it. And then I actually reached out to Sophie, like I said last week. We're getting back in touch, and then I talked to Jasmaya still, and we're
Jasmaya.
Yeah, I went to go see her in London after I was done with the show, and we hung out.
Oh, it's cute. It feels like, again, it's that bond though, isn't it? Like, regardless of who we were then, I feel like we can just relate to each other because of all of that.
Yeah, it's a shared trauma that we can all relate to.
That bonds people, you know, that's what they say.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually going to end the chat there, babe. I think we did really well. Unless anybody's got something like desperate that they need to ask.
Yeah, is there anything
Louise meltdown? I haven't got anything to add about Louise. Have you got anything to add about Louise?
Louise has one of the most gorgeous faces I've ever seen.
Definitely.
I think what was bugging her is because the photo things as well, like they were picking bad photos of her purposely. And I mean, like her face was striking. It was very hard to take a bad photo of her. And then it was bad, bad, bad. I was like, they're doing this on purpose. Like, that is... Like
Yeah.
all you.
And like, I think sometimes people ask us questions, which is about how somebody else felt. And I don't know. I barely remember how I felt. So I think we find it really hard to comment about how these girls felt in the moment and stuff. One other question, actually. Did you ever see Catherine's blog?
No, I didn't. And you told me that there's some
Yeah,
stuff set
because I haven't seen it. I've only seen it because somebody commented and said that she basically, when the show was airing, she did a blog and apparently spoke really horribly about everyone. But I've never seen it, and I've got nothing against Catherine. I haven't really kept in contact with her.
I send her some messages every once in a while on Facebook. We're Facebook friends. So
oh, nice. Is she good? Is she a teacher?
Yeah, she's a teacher. She's married. She looks like,
oh, she's married. Bless her little cotton sock.
yeah. So I don't know. I've never like. It is weird. She's so sweet and like so nice that I could never even think about hearing.
Look at I.
Like,
so if somebody knows that, feel free to DM me the link. I'll get a little lowdown on there, but I haven't seen it. I also don't really, it's not that I don't care. It's just, again, it's that point that I wouldn't want somebody to hold me accountable to who I was 9 years ago. So like anything that has ever been said like then, I'm really not offended by it. Everybody who said bad things here and then, I said some shiznick. I called Kyle really dry and I felt really bad about that like afterwards. But honestly, it was how I felt at the time. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with Kyle. I'm sure she's lovely. And she's got adorable kids. Have you seen her family?
No.
I followed her on Instagram for a bit. I don't know what happened there, but she's got like the whole family need to be selling all kinds of stuff because I'd buy it all. They're like a proper gorgeous family, yeah.
Oh, so sweet. They wish we could do this every week. That's so cute. You need to get in touch with us. I would love to be a part of the chat and see you talking to everyone else.
Nice. Oh my gosh, somebody said, I can't see, B Cats Zika, I don't know if I said that right, said that Cat's blog got removed because it breached the top model contract.
No.
We clearly need to investigate because I didn't even know that went down. I didn't know that happened. So,
but the contract was literally this thick. Like, yeah, just
did we read it? I didn't read shit.
I didn't read anything.
I just signed it and sent it along its merry way. And hopes that I didn't breach it. That's what I did.
The only thing I did read is that like being sued for $10 million. That's literally the only thing I read.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, for breach of contract. If anything was breached before episodes aired. Like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went into hibernation anyways.
Oh yeah, I went offline for like 3 years. I was like,
it took me as long as the show went on to air to recalibrate.
Yeah.
Like legit a year almost. It took me to just.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this has been so great. You know what? I'm actually going to end it here. This is longer than we wanted to do, right? Please do tell us again about your book, where we can find it tonight. It's out on Amazon.
Tonight or tomorrow? Right now. I don't know. There's some problems with the pandemic about like everything getting uploaded on time. But the book is called Please Don't Grow Up Too Fast. It's a wonderful story about kids just being kids and staying that way as long as possible, and friends along the way.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Laura. I'm going to end it there. I'm going to breathe. I feel like I need a shower. Like I'm sweating.
Sure.
You look gorgeous. Go and enjoy the rest of your day. What have you got planned?
Food with my father-in-law. I'm going to have myself a dirty martini. Relax.
Make it dirty, honey. Yes. Thank you so much, my love. I don't know how you leave this, so leave.
All right. I love you, and
I love you.
Mucho para todas las personas de México y todo el mundo. So, te quiero mucho.
Yeah, something about coming to Mexico. Did you just invite me? Oh, I'm coming, babe. After the pandemic.
Come here. You come here anytime you want. I got a place for you.
Oh my God, that is so sweet. Thank you so much, Laura.
Bye, my love.
What does that mean? Did she leave? She left. And I'm all here by myself. Sweating. Really enjoyed that chat. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I am going to upload this on to YouTube. I think it's got to go on my IGTV as well. So share, spread the love, all of that stuff. See you later. I'm seeing the hearts. Thank you so much. I enjoyed that. Bye. OMG, how fun and awesome was that chat? Like, it all came back to me. I knew I liked Laura. I'm kind of thinking that I might have to do more of these. Why don't you comment below and let me know who else you'd like to see me do an Instagram live chat with. Also, feel free to catch all my previous content, including my ANTM recap videos. And if you fancy something a little bit different, you can check out my reaction video to Burberry's Spring Summer 21 fashion film. Thank you again for watching. See you later.